Arch put himself in line for a Tote Sport Cheltenham Gold Cup bid. Will Nickname prove he's as good over 3 as Shorter? Will Rue Supreme finally come back to his very best? Will Snowy Morning, who not so long ago was going to be kept hurdling, suddenly be outrageously short for the Grand National if he wins here? Will the Listener stay 3 miles? And will Turco show a lot more than he has recently?
Followed by Hedgehunter B for Salmon, Rule Supreme, Snowy Morning. Nickname is the back marker, is the Listener. Goes out over the first in the lead from Turco in second. And they're already some way in front of Mr. Top Notch. Hedgehunter is fourth, and then Snowy Morning on the inside with Rule Supreme, B for Salmon, and Nickname as they go now to the second, the regulation. And it is the Listener, Daryl Jacob in the lead. About 3 in front of Turco and Sam Thomas. The 2 English challengers out in front of Mr. Top Notch with Hedgehunter on the outside of Snowy Morning, and then a break to Rule Supreme, Nickname, and B for Salmon is the back marker. They're on the run now towards the next fence. Number 4 as the Listener bowls along in the lead from Turco in second. They're being followed in third place by Mr. Top Notch with Hedgehunter and Snowy Morning, as they swing now to head towards the second of the ditches before they'll swing and race across to the one before the straight. And the Listener leads by 4 to 5 lengths. Turco about 6 clear of Mr. Top Notch, Hedgehunter and Snowy Morning. Over this one, the Listener, Turco, Mr. Top Notch, Hedgehunter, Snowy Morning. Break then of 5 lengths to Nickname, Rule Supreme, and B for Salmon is the back marker as they swing now and race across towards the fence before the straight. In the lead is the Listener, followed in second place by Turco. Jumping in third is Mr. Top Notch, followed by Hedgehunter, Snowy Morning, Rule Supreme, Nickname, and B for Salmon. Running round the turn now to take them into the straight and head on towards the fence that'll bring them up towards the stands. So they've got just a little over 2 miles ahead of them in the Hennessy Cognac Gold Cup as last year's runner-up. The Listener bowling along in front of Turco, Mr. Top Notch, Snowy Morning, Hedgehunter, followed by Rule Supreme, Nickname, and B for Salmon as they come on now to jump the fence to bring them up towards the stands. And the Listener gave it plenty of height, shows the way to Turco in second. Then there's a break to Mr. Top Notch, Hedgehunter, Snowy Morning, Nickname, Rule Supreme, and B for Salmon as they pass the winning post now and begin to make the run towards the next fence past the stands. They've got 10 left to jump, and it's the Listener who leads by 2.5 to 3 lengths. Turco is followed then by Mr. Top Notch. Snowy Morning's on the inside of Hedgehunter. In the final 3, Rule Supreme, Nickname, and B for Salmon. As they make their way away from the stands now, the field has closed up considerably with the Listener still showing a few lengths in front. Turco is followed by Mr. Top Notch, Hedgehunter and Snowy Morning next. Rule Supreme, Nickname, and B for Salmon. At the halfway point in the race now, 1.5 miles still to go as they head towards the second fence away from the stands. 9 fences left to jump, and it is the Listener. Jumps out to the right there from Turco.
All safely over that fence. Just to say they are about to jump off at Hereford. We will stay with full pictures of the Hennessy Cognac Gold Cup, but Hereford, they are off. We'll see the closing stages there.
Got a good run now round the bottom bends, taking them up to the 10 furlong point as the Listener still shows out. 3 clear of Turco, Mr. Top Notch, Snowy Morning, Hedgehunter, Nickname, B for Salmon, and Rule Supreme. Now they face the first down the far side. 8 fences left to jump in the Hennessy Gold Cup as the Listener shows the way to Turco. In third place is Mr. Top Notch. Then comes Hedgehunter and Snowy Morning, followed by Nickname, B for Salmon, and Rule Supreme. Racing now towards the next. 7 left to go and just over 1 mile to race. The Listener, who's been in front from the drop of the flag. Turco has remained in second. Mr. Top Notch is third. That's the way they've been from the outset. The Listener over, Turco second, and then comes Mr. Top Notch, Hedgehunter, and Snowy Morning. Bit of a break then to the other 3. B for Salmon, Nickname, Rule Supreme. Now going to the second last ditch, 7 furlongs to go. And it's the Listener over that one. From Turco, Hedgehunter, Mr. Top Notch, Snowy Morning is 5th. A break of 4 lengths then to Nickname, B for Salmon, and Rule Supreme. On they go now towards the next. 5 left to jump. The Listener from Turco, Hedge Hunter and Mr. Top Notch. Bike of 4 lengths then to Snowy Morning. Going now to the next fence. They've got 4 left to jump. And it's the Listener from Turco, Mr. Top Notch, Hedge Hunter, and they're being followed by Snowy Morning, nicknamed Beaver Salmon Rule Supreme. But it's the Listener now with 4 lengths to spare over Turco, Mr. Top Notch, Hedge Hunter and Snowy Morning as they go now to the last of the ditches. 3 fences left to jump. The Listener, who's attempting to make every inch of the running, leads from in second place Turco. Mr. Top Notch is over in third. In fourth is Hedge Hunter and then Snowy Morning and nickname. A break to be for Salmon and Rule Supreme as they race towards the second last. The Listener now from Turco and Mr. Top Notch improving on the outside. The Listener is the leader from Mr. Top Notch in second on the outside of Turco. A break to Snowy Morning as they run the home turn now. The Listener with Mr. Top Notch moving second. In third is Turco and Snowy Morning 4, rounding the turn and beginning the run towards the final fence now in the Hennessy Cognac Gold Cup. It's the Listener in front from Mr. Top Notch, Turco, Snowy Morning trying to pick up, but as they come to the final fence, it's the Listener who's over in front, being followed now by Snowy Morning, Turco and Mr. Top Notch. They're all trying to close, but they've got work to do to catch the Listener, who's made every inch of the running, is going to go one better. This time last year, Beaver Salmon was wearing down on him, but not so today. The Listener wins for Robert Alner and Daryl Jacob. A fantastic front-running performance. Turco may make it a 1-2 for the visitors. Snowy Morning third, Mr. Top Notch.
Turco, let's give credit where credit is due. I mean, I didn't fancy Turco at all in this race. He's had a breathing operation. And, well, perhaps all of us should go and have one of those later on if we run as well as Turco. 13-2 for the Stewart family. Well done to Andy Stewart for having a crack at this big race with Turco. They were in winning form, of course, with Alner. Yesterday he's got Celestial Halo, Rippling Ring, loads to look forward to, the Stewarts, and they must be chuffed to bits with the run of Turco. 34,000 euros, remember, for coming second. And Snowy Morning, that is as good a Grand National trial as